Hey everyone, welcome to part one of this two-part leg day series where I'm taking you first through a dynamic warm-up that you can do before leg day, and then part two will be a static sequence that you can do after leg day. In today's video, I will be taking you through a dynamic warm-up. What that means is we are focusing a little bit less on static stretching like we do in yin and restorative yoga, and a little bit more on full range of motion so that we can warm up the muscles, ligaments, and joints for our leg day. With that said, we're going to go ahead and start in a tabletop position. And you won't need any props for today's video. So knees are in line with the hips, hands are in line with the shoulders, and we're going to start with cat-cow to begin warming up the spine. So as we inhale, we're going to tuck the chin in, round through the spine. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back into a neutral spine. You can bring the knees in a little bit, just for better balance. As we exhale, we're going to extend the left arm and the right leg. So it's going to look like this. Inhale, bring them together. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do two more. Last one. Come back to center. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So exhale. Inhale. Two more. Last one. Back to center. So from here, we're going to come into a low lunge, and we can go ahead and start with the right leg, bringing that right leg to about 90 degrees and curling the toes, and just resting the hands on that right thigh, and then pushing into that right knee, and then pushing back. Pushing forward, pushing back. Continue doing that. About 3 more rounds. One more time. And then on that last one, we're going to widen our stance, so just bringing the foot a little bit closer to the edge of your mat and pushing into that right knee, and then turning over onto the right side, creating a little bit of an opening through that upper back. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more intense, you can also bring that left arm to the ground and bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Go ahead and release. Using your hands, bringing your knees back to the mat, and then I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to come again into a lunge position, but this time our right leg is going to come out to the side like this. So from here, we're going to push into that right knee and then come back to center. Push into that right knee, come back to center. Continue doing that at your own pace for a couple more breaths. I typically go about 5 rounds on each side. Let's do one more. And then we'll go ahead and release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll flip over so you can see. So again, we're gonna come into that low lunge, this time bringing the left leg about 90 degrees. Uncurl the toes, hands on the knee, push forward. And you should feel immediately an opening through that front of the hip. So we're inhaling when we press back, exhaling when we push forward, really trying to deepen into the stretch every time we push forward. Let's go ahead and do one more. Come back to center, straighten out that leg, push again into that left knee, and then dropping the right hand onto the ground, or just resting the elbow on the knee, coming into our twist. With every exhale, trying to push a little bit deeper into that left knee. To release, slowly press yourself back, shake it off, and then we're gonna flip over, or we're gonna bring our leg out to the side. Again, hand on the knee, and then we're pushing into that left knee, opening up through the hips, back to center. Exhale, inhale, two more rounds. Exhale. Last one. Back to center. So we're gonna release everything a little bit, continue lengthening through the spine, opening up the shoulders, stretching the calf muscles, the hamstrings. So arms are slightly in front of the shoulders, fingers are spread wide. Knees are in line with the hips, curl the toes under, push the hips up and back. Drop the head. And you can find some movement here. Whatever feels good. And then on an exhale, you can bring the knees back towards the earth and curl the toes. We'll come into child's pose. And then we're going to come into a standing position. For this, I'm going to go ahead and just remove the mat off to the side, find a little bit better balance. We're going to bring our feet slightly wider than hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out. And then if you can, we want to reach for the toes If you can't quite get the toes, you can just bring your hands to your shins, and we're gonna come into a squat. And then we wanna push back. So if you can grab the toes, and then sink the hips, exhale, push back, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then on that last one, I like to kind of sit here and just really push the elbows, maybe finding a little bit of movement. Let's go ahead and push the hips back up. Bring the feet back in, pointing forward. You can bend the knees, bringing the chest to rest on the thighs. Drop the arms, hug the elbows, drop the head. Just stay here for a couple breaths. When you're ready, drop the arms and very slowly crawl the fingertips along the body, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Head coming up last. Stay here for a full breath. So you want to hold every stretch for about 5 breaths, or do about 5 repetitions per stretch. Remember, this is not something that we want to do for a long period of time. It's just a quick warm-up to get the body ready for our workout. And then when you are done, you can watch part 2 for your cool down. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.